NFL. And we'll have our eyes on Darnell Mooney. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Bears and the Jets, next on Madden NFL 23.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Chicago Bears and the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, the streak continues, doesn't it? They come in here a perfect 11-0. Is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And we get our first look at this New York Jets offense, really retooled the last couple of seasons. And at the helm under center, second overall pick from 2021 out of BYU, Zach Wilson.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Wilson going to come out throwing. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That's on big Mekhi Becton, first-round pick in 2020. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. First play, and Wilson wants to throw it. Open man is Uzomah. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson. His throw incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Taken at the 37. It'll be a 45-yard punt, and couple that with a loss on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here come the Bears, and at the helm is someone that they have a lot of hopes for leading this franchise. The 11th pick in 2021 out of Ohio State, Justin Fields.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Fields throw there, hauled in by Claypool. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 4 catches, 64 yards, and a touchdown.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. Take it in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now Fields. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. Cole Kmet, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Take it in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Santos with the extra point, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. Wilson on the hook up to Davis. First down, Jets.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. 16-0. That's the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. All again on 2nd down. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. On 3rd down, Wilson. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Returnable here from the 38. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Well, the final weekend of November is upon us. Boy, can you believe December right around the corner? It always seems to get here quickly. But coming up tonight, we wrap up the holiday weekend with the Packers and Eagles from Philly at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow night, we wrap up Cyber Monday with the Steelers and Colts from Indianapolis. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. To throw is Fields. Out. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. After the sack on first down, Fields. And this is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Dante Pettis, 35 yards. And the Bears continue to pull away here in this first half. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guys covering take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New York ready to go again offensively. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Now Wilson on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And he fields it cleanly. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bears take over. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Fields. He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That goes for a gain of 31.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Fields throwing again. And that one on the money to Claypool downfield. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Touchdown Bears! Chase Claypool. As the first half is winding down. And the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where it was the visiting Bills who were able to come away with the victory on the road. Josh Allen leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium, and they trail the visiting Denver Broncos in that one. Russell Wilson with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis.
and things didn't work out so well as they fall to the visiting New England Patriots. Mac Jones, strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Jets, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And the Notre Dame man, Chase Claypool, in this offense, ready for their upcoming possession.
Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards. But, hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team, because every play he makes, it means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At the 20. Third quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here's Fields. And firing a deep ball for Kmet. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down. Here's Fields. There's Mooney with another catch. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Again, Fields. And this is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now it's Fields. Yeah, he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead. And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket. Santos with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now Hall to start the drive.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That's good for the Jets. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why.
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Santos now to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
And New York set to take the field.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though.
Touchdown! Cole Kmet with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Bears get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
And now out come the Jets.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Now it's Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing again here, Wilson. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. .39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Fields. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. The CD in this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%. Only because they still have some tough games to come, and keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
Off play action, Fields. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Now the point after try for Santos. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And finishing it all off was Darnell Mooney with a touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York set to take the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here comes Pettis on the return. Darnell Mooney and the rest of this offense ready to go again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down, Chicago.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they can coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
And he's brought down after a very nice game. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Chicago, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.
the game, don't play with